Okay, let's do the tutorial. So, welcome to the, let's say, Advanced Strats for Mega Man X2, category any percent. Some people have problems to get a sub 40 or a better time in X2 because they don't watch quick kill stuff, and of course to get a better time it's mostly the movement. What we know, or let's say like the community knows, is that many people like pick up X2 after they picked up another X game like X3 or X1, and they already have a good movement, and they will they see some speedruns of the guys, and then they're just from the movement and the stages they mostly they learn very quickly how to move, how to use the weapons, which weapons to use. So it's not a big deal actually from the movement stuff. Where they actually really mostly suffer are fights, quick kill fights, or strats for stages or for bosses. So yeah, I will just try to cover everything what I can mostly in this run, and I will use save states, especially in the parts what are very important. And I go stage by stage, and I hope I will not make this tutorial too long, so it's like I will try to make it really short, so we are concentrating only on the very important stuff. Because like intro and via sponge will play a lot, so we get really fast better than that. The first critical point in this game is actually Gator stage with the capsule for the Buster upgrade, what you have to do there, and some strats there, how you can avoid the elevator, and then the Gator fight, of course, very important thing to get better time. I will explain how I do it, and then the other stages, I just go quickly by the stage, and then I will focus on the big things in this run. But yeah, most of the time we will just rush through the stages and just look into the very important stuff, what is mostly the fights. And so with that, let's start this. I prepared some save states for the whole run. For the important part, and in the end we will also discuss and show how Zero and Sigma fight can be done in my way. I want to mention, it's very important what I'm saying right now, that there is a much better tutorial already existing from Justincredible. You can find it on YouTube. I will link that also in the description. So you can find the real tutorial of the Mega Man X2 speedrun for any percent. There he's like really showing most of the strats, every strat actually, what is important. And what I'm showing right now is just how I play the game and how I got my 35-49. Definitely can be much better and can be getting 33 if you really practice. 34, 32 is the actual world record. But I will just show strats to get faster time, having at least a sub 40 or getting under 38, because I think my first PB was like a 38, 37, and then it just went down to 35 until the end with my strats I'm doing right now. So I was watching the tutorial, I was like practicing 1 week every day a stage to get in this time, and I just hope that you don't have to take so much effort like I do, and if you already know a stage or you know a boss, just skip the stage and just go forward until the next thing you want to practice and you want to understand and you want to see. So with that in common, let's start the game, and we are just rushing through the intro stage, because yeah, most people should definitely get fast into the intro stage. How you have to play it, it's really easy. So yeah, intro stage, I would just rush, just watch what I'm doing and copy that. You will play a lot intro, so you will get definitely really quickly better in intro stage and also in sponge stage. So yeah, it's just dashing and jumping, shooting in the right moment. Don't get grabbed by this hand. If you get grabbed, you get it's not a big time loss actually, like intro. Even when you play really bad, I think you lose like 3 to 5 seconds maximum. so it's actually not a really big deal. And yeah. Boss fight is you are doing charge shot, it's called CFO, so you use charge shot, normal shot, charge shot. Well, let's do this again, I guess. Yeah. Let's see. So let's do this just again. I was just confused because I gotta get just a host from Luis Miguel, my friend from Brazil. Hello guys, and I'm doing the X2 tutorial, so if I don't talk to you in the chat, it's just because I'm concentrating on that right now. So let's do the intro stage again. Like I already mentioned, it's just a movement thing and dashing and jumping in the right time. Don't get blocked by the guys. Shoot these guys and just go fast forward and yeah, stop doing having lag. It's like we kill this guy to we don't create lag. So if we don't kill this guy, he creates lag because he's closing that. And then we have the intro stage boss. What is charge shot, normal shot, charge shot, normal shot, and charge shot, and then he's dead. And even when you're messing it up, it's like you have a lot of HP, and it's not so. It's like you charge, like you start with charge shot, then you make a normal shot, and then you charge shot, and normal shot, and actually he has not that's what you're just seeing right now, so don't worry. It's like intro stage is quickly to learn, watch a speedrun. I just messed it up completely, but it's fine. So don't look at my intro stage, I will just try to pass it. It's like I was mentioning, hold start every time for the cutscenes. And then we are just starting with Wire Sponge. So the intro stage, like I said, the boss is like we start with a charge shot, then a normal lemon, and it's called CFO. So we have nothing more to do than using the charge shot, then shooting a normal and hold charge again, hit the charge shot again, use a normal lemon and another charge shot, and then whatever he did, he will not. There's no RNG, so just do that. So we're going here for the heart. And then I will just explain what you have to do. So to kill this guy, you have to make a charge shot and a normal lemon. The same with this, you just make the movement, and like I said, this is just for advanced strats, so most of the stuff you already know. So for this one, it's called kind of iceless, so you just use a dash jump and let yourself dash, like push into the wall, so you don't have to do so much, then just dash jump and then just press jump again, and then you are here. If this is too complicated for you, you can make a dash jump from here and you should actually get it, or the other side, I'm not sure. Let's see, like if you have problems with that, I think you can also get it from here or something, I'm not sure. I think from one of these two you can actually jump to that. Yeah, so when you have really like trouble to get that iceless jump, you just go there and then you get the sub tank. But yeah, best is like here, this one, and then just do that. Then we go for the elevator. So for the elevator, you actually just use wall jumps, but it's not losing so much time when you're not getting it. So you can take the normal way. This one is also only movement. You can have good weather or bad weather. If you're more interested how to do this stage, just watch please the tutorial of Justincredible. I'm just passing this here, and we are going to Sponge. And this will be the boss you will always play, so you will get really quickly better. Sponge will get angry when he's like passing 10 HP on the ground. If he's in the air, you can actually kill him. So yeah, we don't look at this stage so much because you will play intro stage and you will play Wire Sponge a lot. So you will get definitely better because you will see this always, every time. So this will be like the biggest improvement for you in the beginning. And you want actually that he's going up. You can shoot until 4 shots. If you destroy 2, there will come 2 more, so in the end he has like 6. And when there are 4 on the ground, he cannot do more. You can cancel his attacks by going on the other side. And now he's like under 10, so he gets angry. and you have to wait 8 seconds until he is attackable again. So you actually want that he's in this animation, what you see right now, and before he gets angry, of course. So this is like Wire Sponge. Quickly pass, I just mentioned the two very important stuff in the stage. What is that iceless jump to get the sub-tank, or the backup, and the elevator skip thing, but it's not so much time loss or time win actually, so you don't have to worry about that. So next one is Wheel Alligatus, or Gator. He's like, from here you go just right, down, right, and if you do it quickly it's like that. So you go into Gator, and in Gator we have some damage boost what we are using, and some walking over the spikes stuff. And the really biggest thing where people start really losing time, especially when they had an X game before, is actually the Gator fight itself, because every time when you hit Gator with his weakness and you don't continue the hitting, he dives into his ground and you have to wait until he comes up. So first crucial point in Wheel Gator is actually this one here, and the best thing is actually to make here a dash and then go like that. So this guy will always spawn again. So the easiest way is like making a dash jump and release the weapon and then again, and then you should always be high enough to get the jump. It's a little bit tricky, you have to learn this. But yeah, you have to practice this, and yeah, it's just try to go as high as possible, and then you actually go up there. So, if you're too high, you will not get it. You have to be a little bit lower, and then high, and then you get this. And then you're in the capsule. So kind of the idea of how to get into this capsule is like making dash jump, release your wire frame what you got, and then do the other jump and get that. But it's just movement, so don't worry. You can train this, but should be not so hard actually to get that set up. Then you just jump out of the capsule. You can skip this here a little bit, then you can make here a dash jump. You can use the wire here. I will try to get some weapon energy. So let's see. Well, we don't get weapon energy right now. Hopefully we get enough later. I made a save state for the Gator fight actually, so I just show you how to play this stage. So what I'm doing is like there are 3 ways you can make a charge wireframe from here to get it. You can actually go down when the robot is still there from the other one, and then you just make a damage boost to the spikes. But what I do is I force this guy to shoot, and then I take damage and get the heart because I am in the iframes. And I just use a charge shot. So yeah, here is another thing where we use like a damage boost. We bonk this guy and then we use just the charge. And then there are 2 ways you can use that platform and just go up, super slow. Or what it's actually better is you skip that by just going up. By here climbing the wall. From here you can make a dash jump. Okay, so we have here some weapon energy. What's actually good. So it's just movement, Gator stage, and then we just have the Gator fight. So we go here to the left. You already start charging. You can bonk this guy and then you go with the charge inside. And then we go for the Gator fight itself. So I just want to explain a little bit. So we go inside right now and I will just explain you the positions. So you have the charge shot ready, like the full charge, and I will show you that later because I have a save state. That is just this, like the save state I made. So you have your charge ready and you go into the door, and I show you the positions, what is important. So the important stuff is, well, we can start like how it has to be. So the first important stuff is to make a dash to the right and cancel the attack to the left. So you make a dash to the right, and if you don't dash, you don't get him, as you can see. So you make a dash jump in the moment you get control, and you cancel it by holding left when you hit him. so your charge shot is not going to the wall. I show you that. It's like this one is the first start. So you go to the right and then you cancel so you don't get crushed into the wall. This is like the first attack for advanced strat. There's even a better strat and a faster strat, but I will show you what happens if you don't cancel it. So if you don't cancel it, you just crash. You can actually crash here into the wall, like this one can grab that wall, because yeah, it's like wireframe and you get like pushed to the wall, and we don't want that. So we are making the charge and we hold left, and from the position after you get the charge shot, the first hit is from here where the skater got me, what is okay. I will just try to show you. So you start here with a normal shot, then you go here, normal shot, and then you're here at the normal shot, and then you are forcing him every time from there to until he's dead. He's like, I think 5 frames every time he gets hit. So I just show you right now the fight and look at my positions. So the first one after the charge shot is like exactly where the oil is coming in the middle out, then it's a little bit more forward to the right, and then in the end. So it's a dash jump, then here, then there, and then you just continue from here. I was hitting his face, and then he should be getting one cycled. So yeah, this is how I do it, okay? You have to practice that. You have to see also, are you playing on console or are you playing on an emulation? Because the lag is different. So it's 1, then it's 2, then it's 3, 4, 5. And you see I'm always in the same position. And the window is actually really short if you play on emulation. So when you play on console, the lag will be bigger. That means when you play on console, the timing is different, but in any case, it looks like for me that it always works like that. The most important thing what you have to understand is that it could be, and that's rare, but it can happen, that Gator gets not knocked back. So normally he gets knocked back every time you hit him, but it could be that he stays on the position he is. And when he stays on the position, you should stay also on your position and don't move, because the distance is the same. Like I said, we start with a charge shot, and then he normally gets always knocked back from every shot with a wireframe. But if he does not get knocked back, that happens mostly only with normal attacks, not with the charge attacks, only with the normal attacks. So when you make a charge attack, it's 5 damage, then he always gets knocked back. When you do a normal attack like this one, he can be staying on the same position. You hit him, but he's not knocked back. So when you see that, you just have to stay until he gets knocked back again, and they get always like forward. So like I said, important stuff. I will just show you again the positions before we are doing the fight again. Is you start with the charge shot, what I don't have right now. Hit him, hold left, then you're doing here, then you're doing there, and you're doing there, and you continue here, always in the frame. Every time when he's coming forward with his nose, you can hit him. And again, if you play on an emulation, the lag is less, so you have to make it faster but not too fast. And if you play on console, it's a little bit later, you have to train that. But actually this is the best position, I think. And every time when you got hit him and he leans back forward, you have to hit him again. And this is the Gator fight actually, and I hope it will help you a little bit to get a one cycle out of it, because it's actually not so hard. It gets hard if you're like going behind his body, what the tutorial shows. I think this is actually the easier way. So you just stay like in this distance. So you have some things in the behind, what you can actually look at it. So what I'm looking is the first shot after the charge shot, that I'm behind the oil stuff, like what is in the middle. Then I'm between the oil and this one line, what you see, what I'm staying right now. And for the third one and the following, I'm staying at the line. These are my visual cues from the behind to play correctly that Gator fight in a one cycle. Others have other visual cues, but I think this is the easiest way. And you get a good rhythm and a good timing with that distance, and as closer you get, as more possible it is that you are hitting him in his iframes and he dies because you don't make any damage. So that's why I use the distance version, and Do it one more time and then we go to the next stage, what is Flame Stack. There we actually just look at the fight and that's it. Switch. Dash, hit here, hit there. Always go forward when you hit at him and stay at the line. Just continue with the shots. And you see, if you hit it too early, you can lose it. But should be actually not a big deal for you. So, like I said, next stage we are just watching mostly the fight. Here you have to always start with the dash, very important. And you have to cancel it. Like you start with the dash and the charge is going automatically. You don't have to press anything. You start with the charge and with the dash. You cancel it by holding left. And then you just search your position that you're around here. And then you're always kicking back and always go like a step forward, like from here to there, and then you should be on the perfect position to finish him off, because in the end he cannot be knocked back again because he's close to the wall and you just stay at your position. So let's do that gator fight again and then we're going just to flame stack. So we start with the dash, we continue with the hits, and you can see when he's like, when you see the splash of the water that you're actually too late. So perfect timing is when he is not getting splashed, like when you don't see any water explosion from hitting him. But it's not so easy, but half an hour training could actually be okay and alright that you get that one cycle. And you see, if you are like doing it too early, you always miss it, and then you have to wait until he comes up again. And when he comes up again, then you have the problem that you lose time, so you don't want that. So yeah, just dash, and then it's kind of tricky actually, yeah. And it's the first really big reset point in the beginning, especially when you are looking for a better time. So when you miss that one cycle, you actually almost always reset. So you have to hit the first one a little bit earlier. Still, like, I always think I have to wait a little bit longer than I have to. But yeah, he's vulnerable really quickly again, and I always forget that, and I don't get that always perfect. Woo! Well, hopefully we get it. I mean, I got it already. It's just, like I said, it's like the showing effect, I guess. And that's the gator fight. First big thing of time save. Like, according to if you don't get this one cycle to he's diving a lot down, you can lose until 1 to 2 minutes. So it can be really a big time loss for you. But yeah, the gator fight is just practice. So now we're going to the next stage. We have like just a cutscene here. We go to flame stack, and flame stack is just completely vertical movement, and yeah, if you want to see perfect movement, just go on the tutorial of Justincredible. I just show you the things what you have to take, and then we are just looking at the stack fight, how I do that. Perhaps it helps you. Some people are using Buster Charge, I use dash elements, but up to you. Yeah, correct. So another thing what is in X2 is like when you hold the button of weapon change in the beginning, you get the first weapon directly out when you are coming down. So I just pressed the weapon thing down, and then I already have the weapon I wanted. And then we are attacking here the sub-tank with a charge wireframe. Good thing about X2 is we don't have any revisits. Bad thing is there are some stuff what are really crazy. So yeah, it's just climbing, vertical climbing in stack, getting the stuff, you know, and then using the weapons what you have to speed up a little bit what is the wireframe. Later now when we are defeating flame stack, we get the rushing burner, what is another weapon to speed up. So yeah, it's just vertical climbing, and yeah, train that, use the charge. Wow. So what we are doing is like in the moment when we are full charge and we don't hold the charge anymore, we have the neon ready. And it doesn't matter if you are releasing that holding charge in the first door or in the second door. We actually want the neon charge to attack flame stack. So you can hold charge, and then if you see that you're ping charged, you just release the charge. Doesn't matter first door or second door, and then you get just the neon out, what is 4 HP damage, and then we continue the fight. So like I already mentioned, I prepared some save states, so I will show you 3-4 times the flame stack fight. And then we go directly to Centipede, what is a completely technical movement, and we go to the tailspin glitch part. And I explain you the fight. So this guy here, you jump and then just shoot him with the 4 shots, and then you make dash jumps. You actually want that he's doing the fire bolts, because it always saves time. He's vulnerable quicker. So what you can do is you can always hit him. Don't go too high with him, because then he goes with you high too. And then you just kill him like that. You can go to the left and to the right. And then he's dead. So what did I do? What I'm doing is like, okay, in the beginning you press the jump button, and then you directly use the shoot button to release the neon into his face, because he always starts with a jump. So there is no RNG in the beginning, and then he just goes up, and when he comes down you can make a dash jump, but you don't even have to hold the dash jump. You just start with the dash jump, and then you go to the right, but then you are staying in the middle, but you still have the effect of the dash jump, what makes 2 damage to him. So what I'm always doing is I make a dash jump when I feel that he's coming back to the side, and shoot the lemon. So I hit him when he's on the wall, and I hit him when he's on the ground, and then I see if he shoots fireballs at me, or if he goes up again to me, or if he's charging and tries to come to me. So when he's charging to me, I will go to the wall, and then he goes like small wall, high wall, goes high again, comes down, and in that case you make like always 4 damage to him. What you also can use is the easier way, but depends on you, is you just always charge, and then when he's down you make like the normal shot and the neon shot into him. But yeah, I think the better way is the dash lemon actually. So you just hold here the charge, and then like always when you get hit, when you like hit him, it's like I never trained that. So when he comes down you make like bum bum, and when he comes down you make like bum bum, and then again wait until he comes down and bum. Yeah, it's like this is what you can do, but I think dash lemons are more effective, because you make 2 damage, and you have the chance that if he stays on the ground and if he throws fireballs at you, that you can get more shots into him, because with the dash lemon, when he's on the ground and he shoots fireballs at you, he is quicker out of his iframes, these frames where you cannot hit him and attack him, and you can make more shots into him, and you can bring him faster into his killing animation. So this is just how you should and can play flame stack, but we are not looking so much into that. They're the easy way with a double charge, or the harder way with a dash lemon. You can even follow him onto the top, but I definitely recommend this one. And then just always hit him to the wall, look where he's going. If he goes to the other side, hit him at the other side, and always get him. Don't follow him, because then he goes higher, and then just kill him like that. And learn the timing, and that's it. This is flame stack stage and flame stack fight. So now we come to Centipede, another RNG boss and another very technical stage. I will make a save state before the sword. I will explain a little bit the sword, what I do actually. And yeah. So Centipede is directly to the right, and I'm using an SNES controller, by the way. called 8-bit though. It's an USB controller, but it's like the SNES controller. So Centipede, really technical stage. We use now the fire burn stuff a lot. Like I said, when you hold the weapon swap, you directly get that. If you want really, like, if you're a beginner in this Mega Man X game, look at the tutorial. I just show you how you can play this game on Advanced Strats. Like I said, most of the people come from other X games, so they already know the movement, they saw some speedruns, they will learn the game. So yeah, don't watch at my movement, just watch at special things what I'm doing. Aye, okay. So here's a thing like with rushing burner, and now we are just using here a save state, so I can explain a little bit the sword. So the sword can be killed by one charge wireframe in the right moment when you hit him. Many people are doing the following when they are having the charge wireframe and they don't kill them, that they go to him and then they use normal shots. It can work that he's quickly down, but what I saw most of the time is that just charging another time and getting another charge into him kills him directly, mostly. And when he comes down to you and he's turning around, like making the round, and then comes to you and you release then the charge, he's always dead. But yeah, depends on you. You wait and then you just go between the chairs. And if you don't kill him, I always charge again. And you can also go like to him and make the small shots, but you never know when he's dead. So don't look at me, how I have to play that. I'm not so good at this fight, but what I always do is like I charge again and then he's dead. Look at the tutorial for the fight. Here's like going down, don't get hit by the alarms. If you get hit by the alarms, these bubble things are coming faster down and can hit you. Start charging here for the fire. And then we are just using the fire against him because this is weakness. And we always want that one fire is there in the end, because if we still have ammo for fire, we can actually use it. And since it's a little bit risky for me to go under that block, I don't do that. I jump here and I release that and I charge again. And now we come to Centipede, and I will explain the tailspring glitch and how Centipede works. So, Centipede. He has different attacks, and the first attack, what he can do is he tries to magnetize you, so you come to him. The second one is he throws shurikens out of the hands, and the third one is the tailspring glitch that he makes like the hands to the head, and his tail splits into 4 parts and goes away. What we actually want is that he is doing that tailspring glitch directly in the beginning, because then we can force him into the animation that he stays in that, because normally it's like he starts that thinking, the 4 spreads, the 4 tails, and then they come back together and he comes back into the position to go into another attack movement, or he can move through the room, he can teleport until 4 times when you hit him, so he can be really annoyed, and when he grabs you, he can actually poison you, so you cannot charge anymore, then you cannot jump anymore, you cannot dash anymore, stuff like that. And it can be really annoying because he will... I have to explain you one movement about Centipede, what is very important. So when you are in the top, he will always spawn in the ground. When you are in the ground, he will always spawn in the top. So what you have to do is like, Centipede when you start has always 3 attacks, what he can do, before he tries to move into a different position. What I recommend from how I play is I wait until I get the tailspring glitch, especially for the speedrun. We're like 10-11 minutes in the run. Of course it can be slow, but if you want a better time, you can wait until the tailspring glitch. Hopefully he's doing it first, can second, can third attack, can be also later. But I don't attack him, or I just attack him maximum one time in his magnetized situation, so he is not going away again. So his pattern is like he starts with 3 maximum attacks in the beginning, then he jumps, and then he's doing 2 attacks and jumps again, and 2 attacks and jumps again. And I will just show you that right now, how he is like actually acting until you hit him. So I will just count now for you the attack. So the first one is here, the tailspin glitch, right? And what I'm always doing is, of course, when he's not doing it, I stay here. That was 1. This is 2, the magnetizing, and this is like the jump. So when he jumps, he makes like 2 more attacks, and he can also throw the shurikens, and you want actually that he's doing that tailspin glitch. And there's the second one, and the third one, and now he jumps. And now he does another attack, now he does another attack, and it always works like that. And if you hit him, he will go somewhere else. And then if you go to the top, he will always spawn in the ground. Hopefully, but that's not how you play him. Super slow, he goes always to the wall, and then, yeah, every time when he's doing the tailspin glitch, you can actually attack him, and he's not going away until you hit him again. Yeah, and you see like super slow, and you get poisoned and blah and bloop and not so good. But I just wanted to show you how he acts. So to understand his pattern, what he's doing, the best thing is, like I said, attack him. You can attack him in the beginning, but you can risk that when you hit him that he's disappearing and comes in the wrong spot and does the tailspin glitch in the wrong spot. So what I do is always hoping for the tailspin glitch at the first, second or third attack or fourth attack, something like that, to do the setup. What is also important to know is that in the beginning he is more far away from the wall, and then he goes more shorter. So in the beginning he's like really far away, and you can be almost like next to him. But when he's here, he's more closer, and you're bonking him. And that is like the problem, especially to set up the tailspin glitch, that when he's like very close to you, you have to be like really be careful. In the beginning he will stay like more like here, and then you have more space to do the setup for the tailspin glitch. Just to mention that. So how does this tailspin glitch work? The visual cue is actually the tailspin what is going to the left up. So you see the 4 things spreading, and when the left one leaves the screen, you are doing from the ground a dash jump to the wall, slide a little bit down, and then fall on the ground. Important thing is don't slide until the end ground. It's like jump, let's say around the middle with a dash jump, around the middle to the wall, slide a little bit down and then fall on the ground. And what you will have is that one of the tails will be behind you, or fly in front of you, or even hit you mostly. So to set up that tailspin, what is always hitting you, you can jump again to the wall and slide a little bit so the tailspin goes higher, and you will not die. Most of the time you will have enough HP. If you don't have enough HP, take enough HP on the way. I just tell you how the setup for me is. So what we are doing is like we go with like in the door, we shoot one away, and then we have this neon here, and then we are just charging again, and then we are just going into the door. And then we are waiting for him to do the tailspin attack. And what I do is like I always go to the top right if he's not doing it directly. And now I do the dash jump, I slide a bit, then I get hit, and then I slide a little bit again, so I can stay behind him. And there are 2 ways. You can just use the wireframe, what always makes 2 HP damage, or you can charge up and make a double charge, what is like the normal charge, and what is like this. And you can also use this double charge by making it like from the wall, what is faster. And the best way is of course making always a frame and then charging up to the neon charge stuff. So yeah, Centipede works like that. In the moment when you see, like, I will just now do the following thing. I will wait that he's coming closer, that he's doing the tailspin glitch. So the good thing is, if he does a tailspin glitch very quickly on the position he starts, you have more space to do the dash jump to the right. If he's closer to you, it will be harder, and you have to be really careful that there are two ways. You bonk him and then do the dash jump, or you are just going a little bit not so close to him. So now he's fast, like he's closer, and I just wait until he's doing it, and then I just make it from here, and it's super hard because it could be that you are touching him. So if you have problems with that, you can also use the damage boost before, and you have to definitely check when this tail is going out of the screen. And it could be that the tail is coming back to you. So when you are doing the neon shot, what is like the charge up, when you are like pink from the wall and you are staying on the wall and you shoot, they are coming faster out. But in the beginning, to be safe, I definitely recommend to just stay on your position when you are like on the position that the tailspin is going around you and not hitting you anymore, and charge up and hit both, and use then the chain, and then with holding the chain, like hit the chain and hold the charge and use the double neon at him. So yeah, this is like how Centipede works. He mostly starts with 3 attacks. I always go to the top right until he starts the tailspin glitch, so I will not attack him, I lose time, I know, but in the moment when I attack him, I can risk my run that is going away. And I just hope that he's doing his tailspin in the first, second, third, fourth, perhaps fifth attack. But if you want, you can actually attack him, but then you risk that he's spawning on the wrong place and that he's doing a tailspin in the wrong place. And that's why I just hope that he's doing it quickly. And then I just set it up by going behind him, make the dash jump to the right wall, and then slide a little bit down until I mostly get hit. But yeah, I do it in the moment when the left tailspin went up to the screen, so it leaves the screen. And then you are doing the dash jump, you slide a little bit, and then you are hitting him, and then you are just reset the tailspin, what is hitting you, up and by jump normal, like you don't have to make a dash jump anymore, you just jump normal to the wall, slide a little bit, so you set up the tail in a different position. So let's do this again. And yeah, we wait until he's doing the tailspin for us. And when he's doing the tailspin, we just prepare ourselves and make the dash jump to the wall and slide a little bit down. So we are just hoping that he's doing. He's not doing it. Okay, we go up again. Now he's doing it. Dash jump, slide, boom. I got hit, doesn't matter. Boom, I got hit. I set it up by sliding a little bit. And now this tail cannot hit me anymore, and I just use the wireframe and the neon charge, and this is how Centipede cannot go out anymore of that. And for the last neon I mostly use that again, and then he's dead, and you save a lot of time. This is how you have to play Centipede, and like I was mentioning, it depends if he's close to you or if he's more far away, and you have to be really looking into the dash jump that is going into the right way. What I'm doing right now is like I kill myself, so I change his pattern, because now we have always the same. One more time, but like I said, important thing is, like if you do it too late, you see like always the tail is coming back. And yeah, this is like a really slow fight if you're not doing it correctly, and when he's doing it here, yeah, good luck with that. So now we just changed a little bit, hopefully, his pattern, and let's do it again. One more time until he's doing the tailspin glitch for us, and then we are just setting it up. It's really easy actually, and you will take some damage, but doesn't matter in that case because you're still saving time. So we go just here behind him, and boom, I go to dash jump, and I got it. And then I set it up after the second hit and stay behind him and hit always the chain for 2 damage. And then the neon for, I think, 5 damage. And then again. And then again. And it would take forever, you would never go out of that. So just let me just die again. And again. Like if you start directly in the beginning, you have more space, so you can make an easier dash jump. But yeah, we will now wait until he's closer, so you can see like it's a little bit harder to set it up, but it's actually not so complicated. It takes like 10 minutes to get that set up from the mind, understanding what to do, and just stay on the top right until he's doing the tailspin. So we are just waiting right now until he's coming closer to us, because we want the harder setup. So now he's closer. And now you have to be really careful that you don't hit him, because then you are setting it up in the wrong way. But it's still possible. You just have to go a little bit to the left and then do the dash jump still. And this is how the tailspin glitch goes. And it saves a bunch of time according to his teleporting. And then he's dead. Bye bye. One more time from this. And then we go to Crystal Snail. I will show the stage, and then I will show the quick kill of the boss. What is actually also not so difficult. It's just a setup thing. So you hope that he's doing it. If not, well, not. And that's the only problem. What is with that setup? You have to wait perhaps too long. And you see, I was almost too late because I bonked him, but I managed to make the dash jump still in the right time. So yeah, if you have problems with the dash jump, use the iframes by bonking him and then do the dash jump, and you see that the one tail is going to the top left, and yeah, he's dead. And this is Centipede. It's just not so hard actually. It's always the same setup. Should definitely not have a big problem with that. Only thing is like to set it up with the dash jump and then the slide down. So actually not so easy to find the spot and how to do it, but actually it's just visual cue and do it every time in the right timing, and then slide a little bit and then set it up again so you don't get hit by that tail every time. So now we go to Crystal Snail. I will just explain 3 things in that stage together with the boss. First thing is just the Mac here in the beginning. So people have really problems, I heard, with the Mac in the beginning, don't know how to press that. We are using actually always a charge here, and then you have like this charge one. And what most of the people have the problem is like they really use like very fast. And it could be that it's too short, or they just make this. You see, like you always reach that. What I recommend is just make it like bop, bop, bop. I mean, I cannot show it. Wait, let's see if I can show it here. It's like bop, 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 bop. I press like the... So you hold charge. So he's doing like... When you hold charge, he's doing that. And then he's flying with the charge. And you just press like bop, 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 bop. And you will reach the end definitely for sure. You always need to have the charge to be fast. If you just use it in the normal way, you are very slow. So you hold the charge, and then you just pop, 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 and you are always reaching the heart. And for the way back, it's the same. Pop, 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 pop. And you see you have no problem to reach everything. You will always be ready. You hold left down, and you hold right down. And you should not have any problem with that. So I show you that right now how it works. The second thing is like in the moment when we are using the charge here is that we are also jumping out of the mech. So you just get the heart, then you charge up again, and then you just jump out with a dash jump, and then you change to the fire. And that's how you function here. It's just technical movement. You force this thing to go, you make a dash jump here, and then the fire. And now comes another thing what is looking harder than it actually seems. So we want to skip a mini boss here, and here between this and this place, between these place, you have to release the fire burner, kind of. And what happens is that the mini boss is not activating. So this is like the spot actually where you make it into the right way. Let me just finish that stage again, and then we do everything together again. So yeah, the thing is, like, if you do it, it's a really big window actually. If you do it in a good way, then all is fine. Dash jump. Like, tailspin glitch is a thing many people really ask me what to do. And I learned that this way, and I think it's a really easy setup if you do it like I do. And yeah, for a crystal snare it's just movement and skipping that mini boss by using the rushing burner in the right place, and using the mech in the beginning to not die. So you use the charge, you hold the charge, and then you just press a little bit, bop, 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 you reach the heart, you get back, you charge up your rushing burner to rush the way, and then you force that crystal to come, and then you're just making another rushing burner to pass the mini boss. What I also do is then I just change after some other burners into a normal shot, so I don't use my burner so much. And important stuff also in this stage is the boss fight, the Crystal Snare boss fight. There is a one cycle thing, what I will show later. But now let's do it again. I hold just the button to weapon change forward, so I directly get the fire rushing burner. Then I go to the frame. Yeah, it can be like a little bit rough actually. Yeah. So get the heart, go back, jump out, change into fire, and do the rushing burner. I switch back because then I don't use rushing burner fire, because every time when you use a fire on the screen it will lag the screen. And then here in the top, between here and here, you release it. So you come up here and then you just release it, and then you pass this. You do 2 dash jumps, then you release that again, and then I change into that buster to not get any ammo drops. If I get ammo drops, that they are not disturbing me. And the capsule. This is actually Crystal Snare stage most of the time. And then you just go into the boss fight, and I will show you the quick kill of the boss, how I do it and how I learned it. And yeah, it's just movement stuff, and like I said, many X-runners already have some movement or learned the movement by watching. I just show you how I do every stage, kind of, and then I just kill that guy. And what you have to do is, like, you have to go with a neon into the fight. So if you stop holding the charge, you have the neon ready, and I will just explain you how the Crystal Snare fight goes. So what you're doing is, like, in the moment when his HP goes up, you start holding your, like, when he's almost reaching and when the music stops for a second, you hold your charge. And what happens then is that you are shooting a lemon, and after you shoot the lemon by holding, you release your neon charge. So you hit him with the lemon and with the charge. Then he will shoot his crystals at you, and you have to dash and shoot another shot into him and go under his shots, because all his shots will not hit you if you dash. Then you have to switch to the mine, hit him, put another mine on the left side, go over him, and then release the charge to him. I will just try to show you in a visual cue right now from the positions. So you start here in the beginning. I know I will get cristed and every stuff, but you start here in the beginning with the lemon and the charge, the neon charge. I will show you. Then you dash jump to him, shoot a lemon, you dash jump again, and use the. So you will be like here, and then you're like making the dash under him, and another dash, and then you make this one, and then you put one into him, and then you put one there, and with the one you there you have to start charging, and then we do that flying thing. So of course you can also fight him normal, and it's also not so slow, but it's actually not what we want, and he makes a ton of damage, so you have to actually be really careful that he's not killing you. But we want that he is not killing us. So I show you the fight first, and then I go again in the parts what are important. So in the moment when he starts, like his HP goes up and is almost reaching, you start pressing your button, you hold your button to make a lemon, and then you release your neon charge. So this is like this, like boom, boom. This is the beginning. After that, you use a dash lemon to hit him again, then he shoots another one, and then you dash under him and put a mine into him. So you do like this one, and then another time this one. And then you switch into that, hit that, and put one there. And when you put the one, when you put the, like you hit him, and then you put one there, you start charging, go to the wall, and then you start with this movement and kicking his shell in a specific time away. So this is how this fight kind of works from the visual cue. I will try to show you, and if you mess it up a little bit, don't worry, you actually have done 50% mostly of the damage if you did kind of correct. So you can start with the normal mines again. So now you just hold the buster, then you make a dash, then you make this one, you go over him, you release the charge, now you kick that, and then you hit him, and you hit him, and when there's still one, you can just kick the shell and hit that one again. I was just trying to show how this works. It's actually really easy quick kill, but the important thing is like to put everything in the right order, and to put the mine into him, to put the mine on the ground, jump over him, release the charge, and kick the shell in the moment, in the right moment. That is how it works. So you hold, and then you shoot, and if you do it too late, he gets his shot out. So you have to be really fast. Then you have to dash under his shots, and then you are making, with the dash, the mine by switching 3 times forward into the mine, and put the next one to the left and start charging. What is boom, boom, then you dash. Well, I messed it up. You have to hit him, of course. And then use the mines to electrify him, because this is weakness. Put the mine on the ground that he gets hit there, and then jump over him, make the charge and up and down movement, and then follow the rules. Bum bum, and then dum, and then boom. You go over him and up, and now you kick that, and you should be able to hit him. And if not, well, then not. You're still killing him fast enough. This is how snail fight goes, kind of. Yeah, how I do it at least. And it's just always the same pattern, and you just have to learn when to release the shots, when to hit the dash lemon, when to hit the mine, and all the stuff. And you will be always getting a good quick kill. And if you miss the dash, then this happens. So yeah, important stuff: dash jumps, movement, positioning of the weapons, and kicking the shell in the right time. But it's actually always the same. Like, you start with the lemon and the neon charge into him, Then you make another dash lemon, and then you start with a mine. So this one, and then bum. Then you put this down. You make dash down, up, down. Now you kick it, and then you get him, and he's dead. And this is the quick kill. Very easy. Just movement, positioning on the screen, positioning of the weapon, and bring the mine up and down. So he's jumping into that mine, and that's it. This is how Crystal Snail stage and Crystal Snail fight goes. Now we're going to Ostrich. Ostrich has two stuff. What is very important is the bike section and is the fight itself. So I will just show you the bike section. So movement first, of course, switching into rushing burner here, going down, then always switching to mine, to the mines. First like to that if you want. You can pass this guy, but it's risky. You can also wait for him. So I use here the dash. So what is happening right now? You can go fast if you just hold the dash. And then there come some bridges. So the first thing what is coming with that bike is a big bridge. And to bring that down without that the bridge is breaking your bike, you have to shoot it very fast, I think 8 lemons. And then there are coming some motorcycle guys. You have two choices. You can kill the motorcycle guys, so the one is really behind you and it's not lagging so much. Or you can let the first one follow you. Just hold the dash all the time. And then there is a jump what you're doing over sandstone stuff. And there you have to shoot 3 shots. And you just hold the dash. It's very important. Don't press any jump. Don't press anything. Just make sure that you're only not mashing that shot. Because if you create lag, you will break the bike most of the time. So you just hit 3 shots. So the small bridge is going diagonal. You jump over the big what is it called, gap, and then you are shooting again and jump over that diagonal one. So you are not using it, because if you use it you can break your bike in the top. So you hold that, you can kill these guys, so you create less lag, because one is always coming, and now here is like bop 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 3 bop bop bop, and then jumping over that. You will never crush the bike. And then the turnaround here. So this is how the bike section goes, and I will just game over right now to show you that again, because I don't have a save state. So again, for the bike section, you just hold the dash, and there are 2 ways. You kill these motor guys, so the one is really behind you and you create less lag. You hit 3 shots for the one bridge what brings you over the gap, and then you hit another 3, but then don't use that bridge, or if you want to use it, stop the dash, so you're not crushing your bike into the top. I always jump over that, and then I just hold dash, and when we are coming to the place where we are taking the heart, there are 2 ways. In the beginning you can crush into the spikes if you want, if you don't want to turn around, but in the moment right before we are picking up the big HP, we are turning around. So yeah, let me just game over. So I will just die here, and then we do this whole stage again. And then we are going just to the fight of Ostrich. I have a save state made for that, so I just jump always here in the gaps. So don't worry. I just want to show you again the bike stuff. And yeah, like I said, it's actually not so hard. Important thing is don't create lag by shooting too much in the second bridge thing, and then all is good. So you change now the pattern of the of these guys here, but it's okay, doesn't matter. We just want to show you again the bike stuff. You saw that I was killing every of these motor guys, but you don't actually have to do that, but it's always a thing of the lag creation. So, rushing burner through this guy normally. And the biggest problem is, of course, if you have not enough HP, then you have problems by the bike section. So yeah, You can kill these guys. I always do that if I can, but it depends. Now it's like the jump, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and jump over. And if you are not jumping in the right time, what happens? You crash the bike. And another thing, what is the problem with crashing the bike is that you need to do it with rushing burner here instead of doing it with the bike. So let us just do it again by normal way. Just fight again Crystal Snail, and then we are doing the stage again. And then we come to the end of the stage and the fight against Ostrich. And I show you the Ostrich fight, how I do it. So bum bum, and then this one, and then kick the shell, bring it up and down. Normally you hit him. Whoop, whoop. You can move the shell and just kill him. But I showed you how the Crystal Snail fight goes. I think we are like already almost 2 hours, so it goes faster. I don't know how long this tutorial will be, but I try to make it not too long, so you don't have to watch everything. Again, please look just in the things you are interested to learn or you want to improve. If you have something like you are okay with some stuff, don't watch it. Just go forward. I don't know how long this tutorial will be. I just try to make it as short as possible, so you don't have to watch it 5 or 8 hours or something. So bike section again. We're just switching into rushing burner here. Going through that scorpion with a rushing burner. Can just wait for these guys or pass these guys, depends, but I always wait because I don't want to have any damage. Then we are switching into magnet and then shooting here this one, and then you can kill these guys or you don't kill them. Then you're just shooting 3 and then you jump over that, and then in the moment I don't hold charge dash anymore when I'm reaching the spikes. So I'm not having, like, it's really hard to make the charge, like the dash speed, and then turning around. So what I do to get it a little bit easier is I don't hold the dash anymore and then turn around when I'm like close to the big HP one. And if you have problems, just set it up again. So what you can do is like drive a little bit backward and then you are turning around, and until you get it, so you don't die. So it's still faster than killing yourself. Then you're switching into frame to get this, and then you make a dash into that to open that. You can also use charge wheel to open this to get the dash boots. Depends on you, but whatever you want. And now we're just going into the last part of this one. Learning the bike with the spikes is also a thing what you have to train a little bit. But yeah, it's better of course to go slow there than to go fast and kill yourself at the spikes, because sometimes you want to turn around and the bike is not accepting your turnaround idea, and you just spike yourself anyway, but you got the heart at least. So how does Ostrich fight go? So Ostrich is a little bit like Spark Mandarin X1. So you ice him, and then you can put another ice in his part where he's still at the iframes. What I recommend in the Ostrich fight is that you always have him on a position where he's like under you. So he has like his road is like going up and down in the stage, and you want always that he's like, we call it that you have the higher ground. So a little bit like Star Wars, I know, but it's like that. You want that because every time when you hit him, he will do a jump and Sonic Slicer attack. And you can get him always in the topest part and then in the ground again when you are having the higher ground. If he's higher than you, he will jump higher and you have to wait until he comes on the ground again. So how I start my fight is I make a dash lemon by going left and then make a dash lemon into him, because he starts with a scream, and when he screams he's invincible. He's like invulnerable, he cannot be hit. So you hit him in the moment when he stopped his scream. He always runs to you, and you will try to hit him in the middle of the bridge. So like how it works and how it looks like. You start with the dash lemon to make do damage, and then you're like icing him. So you make like this, and then you hit him there, and you have the higher ground. So you always get him before he can attack you, and you always put another ice shot into him, and he's dead. Yeah, correct. There's also a tiny flash thing, what you can see, but it's not so easy to watch. But it's just a timing thing. I mean, you just have to try that out. It's actually not so hard. It's just like a rhythm. But this is how I play Ostrich. So I start with the dash lemon, so I get him, and I always ice him. And if I don't ice him, so if somehow it happens that I cannot ice him and he hits me, I get him here. And then I still have the higher ground, and you just have to follow the same rules of putting the shots into him and stay on the higher ground, and you can do nothing. One more time. So, and boom, like you get him in the middle of the bridge, as you can see, if you do it correctly. And just follow these rules by shooting him twice, and he is dead. Let's do it correctly one more time. So, dash lemon and getting on the bridge, and then do the double shots. It's a timing thing. I think it's super easy from the rhythm. You should not have big problems with that. Is that? And this is Ostrich. Biggest parts, what are important in that stage. So now you can actually switch the route if you want. It depends if you want to refill your sub-tanks or if you want to not refill your sub-tanks. So since I started with refilling 3 of my sub-tanks, I always went to Moth, because with a Moth weapon you can actually use your refilling of the sub-tanks. I go Moth first, also because, let me just explain why. So the reason why I go Moth first is also I get the armor, and Bubble Crab is really an unpredictable guy in his movement. Like he can jump, he can make a bubble, and every time when you go over him he's like electrolyzing and go up to you and hit you. And since I don't want to die, because like even when I have a lot of HP, he can be really messing me up, I decided to do Moth. And in that case, I just show you how I play my route. So I take Moth, and then I take Crab, but you always can go after Ostrich to Bubble Crab first, and then to Moth, whatever you want. It's your choice. Both routes are the same. The only thing is you have one more stage select. So in Moth you go to right to up or to up right, and Bubble Crab you just go to the right and then Moth up. So faster way of stage select is of course Bubble Crab and then Moth, but yeah, depends how you feel better. I always go Moth after Ostrich, and then I go Crab because it's in my brain. So yeah, movement things, going here into Burner, then using Ice him to go on him as a bridge. But yeah, all the movement stuff, again, watch if you want in the tutorial from Justincredible. Use the charge wheel here to open it. You can also use a normal wheel. And then we are just getting the armor from Dr. Light. So you get now the attack called Giga Crush. I always refill my Giga Crush. I will also explain you why. But yeah, depends on you. So stage functions a little bit like that. You lose a lot of rushing burner. What I do is like slope jumps here. Slope jumps means you like go downstairs and then you use the speed of downstairs to go up there. Then you start here with a wheel and then you charge and like wheel, he gets hit, and then you change into Sonic Slicer, you see what he's doing, and then the small moth is coming out and you just use the charge. I don't use here the wireframe, I just use the sonic slicer, and then you start using a lot of rushing burner and air dash. When fire is on the screen, you will always lag the screen, so you should always try to shoot it away. So when it's not anymore on the screen. These guys are actually annoying because when they go on your head, they change your mobility or your charge. Oh, that's bad. So yeah, you can use charge wheel or normal wheel, and yeah, we will do this stage definitely again. So yeah, let me just do the whole stage again, because yeah, that was not like it has to be. I just get into the password and then we do the stage again before we do the moth fight. Another thing is, of course, if you go in the wrong stage and you cannot stop your run, you can always use the password screen by resetting the game, not making it off, but press reset and then go into the password screen to go into the stage you want. So let's do the stage again fast enough, and then we are just talking about the moth fight. So here you just crystallize this guy to use him as a bridge, and then you just use charge wheel to open that. If you do it not too much to the wall, it will open completely. It could be that you are still having some parts there to go up and down, but normally the charge wheel actually opens it if you are not pressing it too much to the wall. Now you get the Giga Crush. The Giga Crush can be refilled when you get hit by shots. So like the guys with the shield, for example, when they hit you with the shield, you get a sound that you got hit and that you refill your Giga Crush. Giga Crush is actually just nice for one thing, that is for one boss called Sergis, because with the Giga Crush full refilled you can actually destroy his machine, but it's not necessary to do that, but it's of course a nice gimmick. So this guy can jump far away or short, but yeah, like I said, we are just looking at the intense strats in every stage, what is like mostly the fights and nothing more, to save time. So if you use the burner and it's like on the fly, you will not create so much lag. After the rushing burner attack, you can always get another air dash, and then you just go here again for the wheel. So it's a very easy stage actually, and then just look what he's doing and use the sonic slicer charge one. You can also use the normal one to kill him, and then here rushing burner, and I use that damage boost, and now we are actually having the moth fight, and for that I actually have a save state here. So moth fight functions in the following: you start like you charge up your fire, your rushing burner, you hit him with the burner, then you are shooting him with a normal burner shot into his face and start charging again. You use another rushing burner and one more rushing burner to bring him from the first form into the second form. When he goes up, he goes out of his cocon thing, and when the cocon thing is down, you can attack his moth form. And what I do is always, like, when the screen opens in the top, like the wall is opening, I do 4 slow jumps, and then I use the rushing burner to the right, followed by a normal shot burner to the left and another one to kill him. I see also other people doing the rushing burner from the right, because you get him more, like it's easier, or it's perhaps I don't know, it's like easier for them. But you can make the rushing burner after he's going into his moth form by the right side or by the left side, and then you follow by 2 more shots. Or if you want to be really safe, you can try to make another rushing burner what is lower, because his iframes are actually not so long. So what you're doing is you are like here in the full charge animation, And what I do is like I do a normal jump with then following the rushing burner, and then I do another rushing burner by from here, and then I shoot a rushing burner from here, and then I do another rushing burner when he's like here in the top, and then you got him. So yeah, it's like 3 rushing burners and 1 normal shot. In the order I do it is like 2 rushing burner, 1 normal shot, and then the rushing burner to the left. So here I wait, and then I do a dash jump until I get it, then I shoot him. I take some damage from these blocks, and then I just go up here, he's going up, and then it opens, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. 2 and 3. And this is Moth. So it's 3 charges, and since you have the helmet, you are not using so much ammo actually, because like it's reduced of 50%. So it's 2 rushing burners in the charge, followed by a normal shot and by another rushing burner. And then when he goes up and the hole or the roof is going up, you can do 4 slowly jumps followed by a rushing burner to the right and then 2 shots to the left. Or if you want, you can go to the right side up, mash the jump, and when the screen goes up, you do the rushing burner to the right. So depends on you. So we go here with a full charge, of course, we charged before, and here's 2 forms, and we are just killing him with 3 rushing burners and 1 normal shot. So we do that here, then we are waiting for the rushing burner to be ready again, then we are shooting him. We can also bonk him, and if you're not fast enough, you have to wait here, because now he's invulnerable, and now he's vulnerable again. And then it opens, 2, 3, 4, and boom, boom, and boom normally. And he makes a ton of damage, so you have to be really careful. So he makes like 6 HP damage, so you have to be really careful that you don't bonk him anymore too much. So what I was saying is, if you do it timingly, it's like there is no RNG actually, if you do it from the timing correctly. Except in the beginning of the fight, but most of the people, the advanced strats, are doing rushing burner, normal shot, and then for the last rushing burner they bonk him intentionally to have iframes, to then use the rushing burner with the iframes activated, so they can get him in the earliest way they can. But I always want to charge up my Giga Crush for later, so that's why I use here first some hits from the Giga Crush before I actually kill him. So the sound of Giga Crush charge up is always the same. It is this one. This is Giga Crush charge up, and then I refill it a little bit, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you're too early, yeah, you have the problem now that he flies around, and you have to kill him normally. I will show you, or try right now to show you the other way, on the right side, just one more time, what others do or what I saw. But it always depends on you, and it's just a timing thing, like always. So what they're doing is like they really mash here, and when they see it goes up, then they are using the rushing burner. I could not show you how it looks like, but if you miss the rushing burner, well, you can still get him, and it's not a big time loss actually for you. So let's do it one more time my way, and then I'll go to Bubble Crab with you, explaining a little bit the tricks, the normal setup or the fast setup for stuff in the stage, because the fight itself is actually not so hard. So rushing burner, another rushing burner, a normal shot. Pros are doing like that. They are getting the hit and then hit him. Like they bonk him actually, intentional. Yeah, and if you miss it, you see how much damage he's actually doing. He's killing you. So you have to be really careful that you don't bonk him every time. So it's kind of like 4 seconds when the roof is opening, and yeah, just have to get a rhythm of the fight. And that is always a big time loss, and you don't want that. So we do this again. Just want to give you an idea how the fight goes and what you can actually do and what options you have. But it's actually really easy to fight this guy if you just do it every time kind of correct. And then it's just going open. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 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 and that's it. And this is how it goes. And this is Morph. And now I go to Bubble Crab, but like I said, after Ostrich you can choose between going first Bubble Crab and then Morph, or first Morph and then Bubble Crab. The reason why I went always to Morph in the beginning was that I wanted to refill my sub-tank. I will show you where. I mean, it could be also that some beginners are watching that tutorial for any reasons, and I will just show you why I went to Morph first and then to Bubble Crab. So, just taking that as a save state. So what we are doing is just movement here. And then there comes a fish, and if you stay here on the top he will not attack you. If you're on the ground he will attack you. Use the charge Sonic Slicer, and there are now 2 ways what you can do. You can go here, and then this to always get it, the heart. What others do and what I do is you are jumping from here and then make this one. So there's a very small place what is actually not visible. So from here you just jump up there, like from the beginning, and then you are like getting a little bit of him, so like this, and then you get this. And this is how you can play. It's like the easy way is of course like from here, boom, up, and you're there. And the advanced strat is actually from here just jumping and getting like that. Then I just use the rushing burner to have the speed. I lost a little bit of the speed, and the reason why I went always first to Morph and then to that is this one. So you can refill your sub-tanks, and you have like 3 sub-tanks now full. And yeah, if you want to play safe, you go here and then you have like 3 sub-tanks full and you get the 4th on the stage. But we don't want that, so I think when I reset and do the password, everything should be back to before I started the stage. I also have the save state, of course. So movement. So what I do is I always wait here so the fish cannot attack me, so I can pick up some HP on the way. I just use the Sonic Slicer to kill him, and then I use that rushing burner here to get on that. And then I just use the wireframe to kill one of these enemies here, and use the air dash. And now we come to this place. So as you can see, you don't even have to hold anything or turn around, so you just walk here down and then you reach that wall. So what you do is just here, and there are 2 ways to get to that sub-tank. It's like you just walk a little bit down and then you use that and press jump again. So it's just here, and then you can just jump on the air like this, super slow. The faster way is do an air dash on the wall, on the water. So you just walk a little bit down, and then you make an air dash and a dash jump. But yeah, if you are afraid of that, just mash the jump, and you get that sub tank too. So easy way, just go down, and then press jump again. Go down, bop, 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 and then you're there. Faster way is jump, air dash, and get it. That's my way. So 2 jumps, then you're here. Oh, that was too far. Didn't have the right timing. So let's do the stage again, and then I'll show you the climb to Bubble Crab. What is also like not so hard to learn. It's just always the dash jumps to the right side. You always kill this guy with Sonic Slicer if he's not dead. Just kill him with a normal slicer again, or charge another Sonic Slicer up. Use the speed of Rushing Burner because it's faster, and then just go down, do that. 1, 2 for me normally. It's okay, just jump over that. You don't have to do charge here, but I do it always. And what is that now coming is a climb, and you kill every enemy, and then you make like dash jump and go from platform to platform. That's what I do with the wireframe to kill everything on the way. So you get HP from the guys, and then you are reaching the boss. So it's actually really easy. You can just kill this guy, you wait for the shot to not get hit. Actually, if you get hit, well, it's there, 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 and there. Let me just do it again. So it's like killing this guy, dash jump, dash jump, dash jump, kill this guy. Super easy actually, and good time save. So, like, you get on the platform, and if you are too slow, you always get hit. And then you kill this guy. So, this is like how you have to do it. And then we go with the charge wheel into the fight of Bubble Crab. I will just use a save state right now. Bubble Crab is actually not so hard. What I always start with a charge wheel, what makes 4 damage. Then I put a normal wheel into him. The best way is to just jump and air dash to the right so he stays on that position. When you put a wheel into him, you can charge another wheel up, so you have like 2 times 4 damage in the time when he still gets attacked from the normal wheel. And then you just continue with normal wheels until the end, because you have 32 HP to damage, and with 2 4s and the rest 3, he will be killed with the last one exactly. So you go with the charge in, or that's why I do. And then you put the charge into his face. You start like you put another wheel and you just go to the right and charge again up to get another 4 into him. And yeah, put the 4 and then put another one. And you see, like, he is almost dead. So yeah, you go with wheel always inside, and he's actually quickly to get killed. He can jump around, he can be a little bit annoying, but it's just Bubble Crab. And then we come to the counter on the stages, because the good thing is that we don't have any revisits to do. And if he's just jumping around, could be messing you up. Yeah, try to bring him into the corner, and he's dead. So now we come to the first counter on the stage, and Just movement. Just movement. Movement in violin, followed by the fight. So violin is actually just learning the movement, and I show you how I begin the stage, what you can do and what I do. It depends on yourself. So you just mash the buttons. So you make a long dash jump and then you switch into rushing burner. So you're here, rushing burner, and what I do, I get bonked by this guy. So I know I have damage, but in that case I can pass him. Let's do this again. What you also can do is you can use, after rushing burner, another air dash, but it's actually a little bit risky. What the most people do is, like, after the rushing burner, they press twice forward to get that wire frame, to get that on the screen. So best strat is, of course, to get that wireframe and to get everything in the correct position. I play like I always damage myself with that guy, and then I kill this guy and I start charging the Sonic Slicer to kill these guys. But of course you have to hold the leather, so you kill him. If not, he will go up and he will try to close this wall. So yeah, all movement, as you can see, be fast in the movement. And then we are using fire. And then don't get grabbed by the hands if you can. I use that for getting my Giga Crush a little bit refilled on purpose. And then just go up here, turn around, change into Buster, change into backwards into that, and then go into the bubble when you're pink. And this is the stage violin. Let's do it one more time. And yeah, get the movement correctly. For me, this is safer than everything else, because luckily this guy is there. I just kill this guy when I'm up here to reduce the lag. And you can also kill this guy with making a dash, making like this, but I'm not doing that. Do the stage one more time in my way. Hopefully you get just an idea how everything can go. So this is like, you can do what I just showed, but it's precise, don't get any damage. Use the Sonic Slicer, hold, you have to hold that. If not, you will have the problem that this guy will close that and kill you perhaps. So yeah, hold up for the ladder. My controller is messing around. A lot of movement here. Shoot the fire before you reaching the next screen, so you are not creating any lag. Then I'll just refill a little bit my Giga Crush, so I have it ready. Can use different strats in that. Again, I recommend the tutorial of Justincredible. Get the bubble charge, but change to bubble charge not before pink. And then just kill that violin guy by just going to him. And hope that there is not so much lag. That's actually really bad RNG. Hold start. And this is violin, or counter under stage 1. And now we are coming to counter under stage 2 and the elevation skip, the ele skip. Ele skip is actually easier than you think, and I will show you how to do that. So beginning of the stage is mostly I jump and then change to rushing burner. And then depends how much Giga Crush I still have to take. I take hits or not. So what I do is like I make a bigger jump and then switch here, air dash, shoot, and I still need some refill, so I take the damage here, I take another damage from the next guys here. If not, I don't get it. It's walk down, and it looks like that. This is the elevator skip. So in short ways, what am I doing? I will tell you, of course. So here I charge up and change to burner. I just go down, like I just fall from that platform and use the rushing burner and then the air dash again. And then I go here or here. I think here, I then make from here, make then a walk down from here and then do the air dash. So to get the elevator skip, it's important to dash under that pillow thing. So what I learned is it's better to just wait a little bit and then walk down instead of jumping there. So you charge up here for the rushing burner, you go down, air dash, and then do that. Wait a little bit, and then you make like air dash here and go onto the pillow and then jump out of the water again. So instead of jumping down, you just walk down twice and then use the inputs what you need. And that brings you into the fastest way of getting through everything. So you are just falling down here, air dash this, wait a little bit, and then you saw I just walked down. And then when you walk down from that left thing and then press air dash, you will go under that pillow. And you should definitely do that, wait a little bit, and then do that falling down followed by an air dash, then jump out of the water and get the elevator. So air dash and that, wait a little bit, normal jump, and you see I always get it. Then bonk into the fire, use the iframes, and then ready with the Giga Crush. One more time, and again I will try right now to show you visual again for the elevator skip, what is important, and for the thing before. So first thing is kill everything on the way, change into this rushing burner, go down, air dash, and then wait a little bit, jump normal, then dash jump, and then go under that. So it's a normal jump, then a dash jump to the right, followed by just falling down from that platform what is there, and then use the air dash input. So air dash, wait, normal, dash jump. If you press too early and you didn't even fall down from that small platform I'm staying on, you will bonk the pillow. So you have to see the animation to fall down. And then press air dash, get under it, and then jump out of the water to get the elevator. So air dash, wait a little bit, and you see I always get it without any problems. It's like waiting a second to go under it. And that's it. This is the elevator skip. So again, now I will just show you again the complete visual cues again, what you have to look for. So now it will be really slow what I show. Just let me go up here. So charge up here, fall here down, air dash and release, then go on this one, jump with the normal jump here, and then make from here an air dash to that, and then walk from here down. And when you are seeing the falling animation, press dash jump to go under the pillow, and press jump not too early so you get out of the water again. This is how the elevator skip functions for me and how I play it, and it mostly works every time. So use the rushing burner here, air dash rushing burner, wait, jump, air dash, bop. You see, I was just falling and then I was going under the pillow, and then you just jump out of the water here, up twice, and then you take the pillow to go on it. You damage boost yourself into the fire to the right, don't spike yourself. So important thing is like you go here up and then you damage boosting yourself in the fire. Don't do it too early, so you are spiking yourself, as you can see. Do it late, so you take a damage boost on purpose, so you will not get hit away from that pillow, and all the elevator is for nothing. So make the intention damage boost in the right time. Here you can make dash jumps and then use the rushing burner to go over that pit. And there you are. This is the elevator skip. Actually really easy. You should not have a big problem with that. Just bring yourself into, not force yourself to rush. It's very important to not rush. It's important to fall down and to fall down to get the under the pillow air dashes. And what I recommend, especially in the beginning, if you get the elevator skip, don't skip the first, don't skip the second fire by going on the spikes. And if you get better later, a little bit better in this, you can skip the second one. So just walk down, and if you do it too early, it could be that you are touching the pillow. So wait better a second, because the behind pillow, what you actually want to reach, will start going up in the moment when you do the dash jump to fall down and then do the air dash under the other pillow. So this guy will always wait until you are doing your movement to the right side. So it's sometimes better to wait 1 or 2 seconds and get the elevator skip than rushing it and die. One more time. And then we go to agile stuff. I show you in agile just the top route, how I do it. And as you can see, the elevator skip is not so hard. Here you can just make normal jumps instead of dash jumps, so you don't get hit. And now I show you why I use the Giga Crush. So with the Giga Crush, when you have it refilled, actually you can destroy the machine of Sergis, what I use. He would be also weak to this one, so you would have to kill or to hit. You can also charge that and go with a big charge into that to destroy the weapon, the machine what he has. But the Giga Crush destroys everything in one way, what I do. And don't rush into the spikes here, that's also what I recommend. But yeah, we are talking about advanced strats, so you should actually know that. So you hold the charge, you press the Giga Crush, and then you hold the charge, and then you switch into Sonic Slicer and get him in the moment when the machine is open. And there are faster strats of that. If you want to play this guy faster, please watch the tutorial of Justincredible. He explains you about double hits and everything. But this is the safe way. And if you want, you can use for the last one the fire, and he's dead. has a bigger rage, or you can use another Sonic Slicer to kill him with the last 2 HP. And we go to Agile. Agile is next. Agile, another thing, just movement, use weapons. You can also use neon jumps if you are good with this. Whatever you want. And then I show you top route, and I show you this, for me, good strat to pass a lot of spikes. So you switch into wireframe here, don't get hit. You can use here a charge, or you can kill all 3 with your wireframe. I change here into Buster. I need a small charge and a lemon to kill this guy. I switch into Crystal Snail weapon because yeah, you can actually just jump here up and bring this bat into that. But there are faster ways, of course. I just show you what I do. So I crystal this guy, then I make dash jump here. I switch into wire, kill this guy, kill the bat. Then I go here to the left and slide and make then a dash jump. So a jump and then an air dash. I'm sorry, I didn't practice it like that. It's all in my mind. So what you can do is, of course, you can also use their rushing burner if you want to be safe. But best way is, of course, that you just jump and then air dash. Then you switch into that. Then you make a jump and then air dash. But you have to switch to fire again. Then you can make jump, air dash and rushing burner, and you're out of that. This is how I play this top route. Yeah. You can play different if you want, but this is how I play the top route. Bottom route would mean you have to take a neon jump. If you're good in this, you can learn the bottom route. Wireframe twice, jump, air dash, switch, and you see this is how I play. And then you fall into see the 4th, go inside, and you can rushing burner into that. And you get the capsule if you have all the sub tanks. If you have full HP, but you know this because Advanced Strats, I'm just showing. Here comes the difference to others. What I see many people are doing is the following. When they are like not so happy about this, they just use that and go like this. Risky because you can actually fall down and it's super slow. And then you go. There's a faster strat, and I will show you how it goes. So the faster strat is charged bubble shield. What you actually do is like you switch to bubble and then use the bubble shield. So top route again. Make that part. Go inside, then you get the animation here of the Shoryuken, and then you switch into bubble. You make a normal dash jump, an air dash, an air dash, and a dash jump, and you're here. And you mostly kill everything on the way. And this is how I play that. I got that strat from MVN22. He showed me that, and it's actually really good. And the only thing what can happen is to get a hit, and then you hopefully the last of the mosquitoes can actually drop HP, or you have to use your sub tank. But it's actually really safe. So it's 1 dash jump, 2 air dashes, and then 1 more dash jump. So you get here the Shoryuken, and then you just go out of that, release it here, dash jump, you get the hit, can happen, and then if you're lucky this guy drops HP and you can go and you are fighting Agile. Let's play this whole stage again in speed, but yeah, hopefully it helps you. That's how I play it. and it's definitely faster with the bubble shield than with that Crystal Snail strat, because Crystal Snail strat is actually super risky, and bubble shield, the only thing what can happen is you get a damage, but you still get your jumps, you still get your dash jumps and your air dash jumps, you just get a bonk perhaps. So yeah, that's how I play. Switch everything, do here the air dash, switch, then switch into fire. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the capsule. Charge up in the buster, and when you see your pink, switch into bubble. Release the bubble shield before you're reaching the ground. Very important. Do a dash jump, do 2 air dashes and then another dash jump, and you should be fine. So you start charging. You can release it here. Dash jump. Can happen that you hit. It's okay. Air dash. And if you somehow have still the problem of HP, use a sub-tank if you have. And then fight agile. So 1 dash jump, 2 air dashes and 1 dash jump with bubble shield, and you are most of the time fine, and then agile is down. And this is the agile stage with bubble shield strats. And the top route, as you can see, I used the wireframe, and then I used the moth weapon to kill the 2 guys. I used jump and then air dash to go over the spikes, because if you just dash jump or just dash, could be that you spike yourself. Then I switch into fire, use air dash and fire to the other side, and then Shoryuken you get. And I explain you now the Shoryuken rush. So I go with you beginning on every capsule what is important. So important stuff for Shoryuken is you can do the left, down and diagonal input to get that forward. Another way to get the Shoryuken is go quarter cycle from right to left, and then you still get that Shoryuken. Other way is the same, right, down, diagonal is the Shoryuken, but you can also make from left to right a circle, and then you get also the Shoryuken. What I mostly do is I do the left to right Shoryuken or the right to left Shoryuken because it's more consistent. The right down diagonal or left down diagonal can actually be a problem. But whatever you want, I prefer the quarter cycle from left to right or to right to left. And the only boss what I'm not killing with the Shoryuken is here actually Gator, because it's a very difficult one. So we have here, we have Flame Stack, here we have Centipede, here we have Crystal Snail, here we have Crab, here we have Wire Sponge, there is, there is Ostrich, here is Gator, and here is Moth. What I always try is that I have 1 full sub tank, and you have to pick up 4 small health HPs to have 2 sub tanks, because most of the enemies make 4 damage, and that's why you want to have, in my eyes, it's good to have 1 full sub tank and 1 small sub tank always. And yeah, let's go with every boss. So what I mostly do is, depends if I don't have enough HP, or if I have HP, I start with the biggest, with the top ones, and then I go on the bottom ones. So I just start with Wheel Gator, go to that weakness, and then we fight him like in the beginning. And if we miss him, we hope that he comes up, and then we are just doing the Shoryuken when he goes up, and then hit him. So you want him actually that he goes up here and then you get him in the air. But yeah, there's a one cycle possibility with the wireframe. Or you go very close and hit him like that. So if you don't get that one cycle of him, you have to wait until he comes up again and then do the Shoryuken. But yeah, I play it like that. I use the wireframe and get the timing, dash to him, hit him fast, bring him into the corner. And he's dead. If you want to Shoryuken him, you actually have to cancel the attack after 3 or 4 hits and then do the Shoryuken. It's hard, but you can try that. Other way is like directly let him dive, so don't attack him and hope that he's coming up and then he's just jumping. So the one I was showing you is what I do. What you can do if you don't get this one cycle, let him just dive, let him attack you, and then hope that he's coming quickly up. And when he comes up, he's jumping and you get him in the corner. You can come up the first or the second. You can also just take the damage boost if you have a sub-tank and get him. Or you just hope that he's jumping up and then you get him on the corner. You can also go to the left side, whatever you want. So this is Gator, how I play. Moth is actually super easy. So the first thing is you get him in the first form and then you watch that his cocoon is coming down, and in the moment when his cocoon is passing the screen, you do the Hadouken from the right side or the left side to him, and you always get him in the middle. You can also delay it a little bit, but this is how you can play Moth. Well, I didn't want to go there inside. So Moth is just two, I said Hadouken, I mean Shoryuken, we are in X2. So it's 2 Shoryukens, one in the beginning, you can make the turnaround, you always get him, or you can make the left down or the right down. And when this is disappearing, you go up, and when you miss him, you try to get him. But yeah, you have to delay it a little bit, so don't do it directly in the moment when they are disappearing, like wait half a second and then you get him for sure. So you can do this Shoryuken, or you can do the turnaround one. Let this disappear on the ground and get him, and he's dead. Easy stuff. So we have Gator and we have Moth. Now we have next Flamestack. Flamestack is just making Shoryuken to the left wall in the moment when he comes. And what I do is like I do the right to left one and I get him directly on the wall and he's dead. Another way what I heard is like waiting a little bit and get him in the middle to the right. I never tried that, let's see if it functions. So get him like that. Also possible, if you are thinking that the left one is too risky, go for the right one. It's a little bit easier timing than the left one, but both is actually possible. Left one is for me easier to just make a quarter cycle from the right to the left and then I mostly get him. If I miss him, I wait until he comes down and then get him when he's like touching the wall again. This is how I play Flamestack. The next one in our cycle would be, if we don't have to take HP, Centipede. What I do with Centipede, of course, the quick kill is going very close and do the Shoryuken to the right. If I miss it, I do it another one, so do it like that. If you miss it and he's disappearing, you have to wait until he comes back and do the second Shoryuken. If he's on the top, you have to make a Shoryuken to the top. So yeah, it depends what he's doing, but you can actually one kill him if you're very close to him, but it's not so easy. It's like Now he will disappear and you have to wait until he comes back. And when he's like coming back, you can kill him on the ground if he's on the ground. Or you can kill him on the top when he's on the top. Depends where he's appearing. But the best way is, of course, he starts with an attack where he's like not going away. And this is kind of how it would look like if it's a quick kill. But yeah, Centipede like that. Next one in our list is Bubble Crab. Bubble Crab is here. After we already defeated Flamestack and Centipede, we go to Bubble Crab. And what we are doing with Bubble Crab is we just jump over him, but he can also jump. You have to be reacting if he's jumping or if he's staying. If he jumps to you, you have to do an air dash. So the thing is, like, there are two ways. So one is like he's staying there, then you make an air dash over him, go back, and then he jumps. And in the moment he jumps, you do the quarter cycle and get him in the air. If he jumps to you, you have to react and stay on your position and do the Shoryuken there where you are. So, like that is a possibility. That was a dash jump. Or you are doing an air dash to the right and use the speed of your air dash to go back. So it's like this, like you do kind of this from the movement. So you go here and then do this with a high jump, and then you do the Shoryuken. A dash jump is also okay. Since you're in the water, you are floating up. So yeah, whatever you look for. But if he jumps to you, you have to wait and then do, like when he comes to you, you have to do the, when he jumps to you, you have to stop your momentum, go on the ground and do the Shoryuken. It's very rare that he jumps, but if he jumps, it's actually faster. So mostly he stays on the right side. Look what he's doing. And then just, this is like the best pattern when he can come to you. And then you just have to react, stay on your position and do the Shoryuken in his jump animation. But yeah, most of the time you will stay on the right and you will just go over him to force him to jump and then do the Shoryuken after that. This is like when you see he jumps, you have to cancel your attack and get the Shoryuken into him. So I just kill him, so perhaps I get a different pattern again of crab. So we get one more time the crab, how it has to look like. And then we go to snail. And then the last two are sponge and ostrich. So let's see if if crab is doing a different way right now. And if you have two sub-tanks, of course, and you get the damage, use the small one and kill him then. So you go like that. And if you get damage, go close to him and get him. So yeah, most of the time he will stay on the right, jump over him, so he will use his electric shield to go up and then do the Shoryuken, perhaps with a left to right quarter cycle and get him. Now I show you how I play Crystal Snail. This is my way how to play it, and it's a little bit risky. What I do is like I put a mine to him, like he's flying to him, and when he gets out of his when he gets out of his house to the left, I kick the shell and then I make the Shoryuken to the left, and then he mostly gets killed. So it's luck based that he's not going into his house, but if he's not going to his house, it looks like that. You kick that shell and then you make the Shoryuken before, and then he's dead. You can also go directly to him and make the Shoryuken, but of course a little bit more risky, but it's definitely possible. And then yeah, what you also can do is you put the mine into him really fast and then do the Shoryuken here. If he just goes into his house, well, then you have to do it on the other way. So if he somehow goes into his house, he will go up, then we will come to you. You put another magnet mine into him, you jump over in, kick the house, and do the Shoryuken to the other side. But most of the time, it will be, hopefully, that you get him with the mine. But there's also a direct kill by jumping into him and do the Shoryuken close to him. It's actually super hard, I think, but if you want to go for that, go for that. Another thing is, like, you can also kick the shell out of screen. What is, you shoot the magnet mine, then when he's electrolyzed you go to him and make the Shoryuken, so the shell will be out of screen and Snail will just jump up and does not know where his house is and cannot do anything. Next one is Wire Sponge, and Wire Sponge can go up, can spin, or can jump to you. You have to react really fast. If he goes up, perfect, you get him. If he spins, you have to wait or dash under his spin when he's attacking you and do the Shoryuken, or you just damage boost and then do the right thing. If he jumps, then just do a different pattern. What are you doing, mister? So he can also jump to you, and when he jumps you directly have to make the Shoryuken into him. So you have to react if he goes up, if he's jumping to you, if he's using his spin move. When he's jumping to you, directly stop your movement, do the Shoryuken. When he's going up, go forward to him and then get him, and when he's spinning around, depends how advanced you are, you can dash under his attack and then do the Shoryuken, or you can wait until he's doing one of the good moves, what is jumping or going up and throwing his pickles. So let's see what he's doing. If he jumps, yeah, and then you do like that. If he jumps, you see that, boom. Do the Shoryuken, mostly the quarter cycle, and if he's spinning around, wait until he's doing a different attack to get him. Now we come to the last one, it's Ostrich, and then we do all the Shoryuken rush in one, from the beginning to the end. So you see again how this works. He's super easy, just jump over him, do the quarter cycle to the other side, and you always get him. So let him come, and then just jump and make the quarter cycle. If you miss it, you can do it again, and he's out. And these are the Mavericks. So, boss rush completely now from the beginning to the end. So you heard that one sub-tank is full, and then I just need one more small HP that I get a second sub-tank. And I prefer to have at least 2 sub-tanks for the last boss fights. So, well, without the dash it's not functioning, of course. One sub-tank is also completely fine if you are okay with the Shoryukens, but you should at least have at least one sub-tank, especially in the beginning, because yeah, a missing thing can always happen. And if this happens, well, it can happen. See if he comes up and get him like that. When he's in the air, you always get him directly killing. How does the Shoryuken function? When you touch an enemy with a Shoryuken, you get 16 damage, and every frame you hit him again, that's why we have to be very close to the enemies, you get 8 more HP damage to him, so 24 and then 32. So you have to hit him in 3 frames, what means you have to be really close to him to kill him. If you just touch him a little bit, you make 16 damage and then another 16 damage. But if you're like continuing hitting him in the same body continuation, you will kill him because you get 2 more frames of 8 of killing him. So now we have 2 sub-tanks and we do Morph. And like I said, it's actually super easy. But yeah, your Shoryuken has to come out, but you have still enough time. You wait until it disappears and then boom, you get him. If you do it too early, you have to force yourself to get it. Shoryuken inputs can be really rough. Sometimes they don't come out. You should just shoot lemons and you get really raging. You can lose a lot of runs in that Shoryuken rush, but don't worry, happens to everyone. So I beat the first two. Now I go to Mr. Horsey here, Flamestack, and you should be not making your inputs too fast. It's always good if you just make it a little bit slower sometimes. But yeah, Shoryuken inputs can be rough. The left to right or right to left quarter cycle is actually very helping. But yeah, you can also make the right down quarter cycle or the left down quarter cycle for the Shoryukens. Two inputs, but the left to right and right to left is actually helping more in my way. And now he has to be coming back. And there he is, and bye. Again, these are strats for 36 or 35, what I just show you in this tutorial. If you want to get better times, please watch the tutorial of Justincredible on YouTube. I will link it in the description, and you definitely get all the strats what you want to get 34, 33 and 32 definitely in the tutorial of Justincredible. He made a much better tutorial. I just show you advanced strats. You can also make that. If he just walks, jump over him, let him come up, and then do the Shoryuken to the other side. Most of the time he actually stays in his position, so you just go there and go back, let him jump up, and then get him. Then we go to Snail. And if we somehow need another sub-tank, we can see it right now here if we have enough HP, and or if we have to refill our sub-tank. And then we can go up and lose some time to get the sub-tank full for going for Ostrich or for Mr. Wireframe. So when this happens, you have to do it in the other way. So he can be going into his house, then you have to let him force to come to you, put the magnet mine on the other side, jump over him, kick the shell away, and do the Shoryuken to the other side. My strat is to the right or to the left, but yeah, there are faster ways, definitely. Let's see what is Wire Sponge doing. If he jumps, if he goes up, or if he's just spinning. He goes up, best pattern for setting it easy up. If he jumps, fastest pattern, and if he spins, hardest pattern. And then we go for Ostrich. And then we are going for the last stage, and I show you how I play Zero and the both Sigma guys. The Virus Sigma and the normal Sigma, the Wolverine Sigma. So, for me, actually the easiest Shoryuken here, let him come, let him force to stop, and if you don't get it first, get it the second. And this is the Shoryuken Rush. So now we are going to Zero and Sigma. I show you the stage, how it goes, and then I explain you how I play Zero and Sigma. So let's save it. So you start with fire. You go with the fire here, you kill this guy. If you don't kill him, you make here an air dash. So if you don't kill him, you have to make an air dash over him, like jump and then do the air dash. If you kill him, just continue. I just wanted to explain you what you have to do in this stage. So you start with the rushing burner, then the air dash there, then you do the switch, you go here with the fire. You can do here an air dash. Then fire here. This is what I do. You can do whatever you think it's the best for you. Don't get crushed by the block. So switch to fire quickly. Jump over this guy. Use the fire. Kill this guy if you can by the lemons. And if you need HP, killing these guys can actually bring you HP. But best way is of course not to bonk anything and to don't make the alarm running. And when this happens, you have to make the air dash. But yeah, we want a good stage. So yeah, the pink blocks also can drop HP. What we recommend is that the pink blocks you actually destroy with a magnet mine, so it can drop HP. So if you somehow need HP, you can use this, and most of the time they are quickly destroyed and they can drop HP, but they can drop everything actually. And the small blocks, what you just saw in the alarm, can also drop HP, but not getting the problem here with the HP is actually better than trying to refill your HP. So yeah, we just go. You can do here Advanced Strats if you want. And what I actually do is, when I enter the room, I do a Shoryuken into the middle of the room. Better is even a more behind Shoryuken, but what I do is, I do a Shoryuken here. Kind of. It's of course better if you get closer to him, but it's much better if you are closer, like if you're close to him, than to be in the beginning of that. Because then you can just shoot lemons, and lemons he's just blocking. And then you have to set up your Shoryuken to the left and then directly to the right. In any case, I show you 3 scenarios for zero fight. What can happen for you. First one, well, so first one, what can happen? You miss the Shoryuken. Or you get crushed by the block. Let's do this again. Let me just make a save state in front. I just wanted to show you how you have to play the stage. If you destroy it, perfect. If you don't destroy it, use the air dash over that guy or destroy him, whatever you feel better. And then I make a save state actually here in front of the door. So, what can happen? You miss your Shoryuken by shooting a lemon. Then it will be actually hard. And there are 3 ways, no, two ways what you can do. Is like just do Shoryuken in the beginning and then another one. But it's super hard. So, do one Shoryuken, then another Shoryuken here, and then you get him. But what I recommend if this happens, that you miss your Shoryuken, is go to the left, let him shoot 3 times and then shoot a lemon to him. Or the second opportunity what you can do is directly use the dash jump and shoot a lemon. So you go close to him and you get him at least in the position that you can start Shoryuken him. And the third one, what you can do if you miss it, is you just go to the left wall, let him shoot 3 times, and then go for him with the lemon and let him block. Then I explain how the zero fight actually goes, in my way. So you do that, and then you just shoot, and then the problem is if you do your Shoryuken too fast, you will not hit him. You have to wait a little bit. If not, you get hit. So best way is of course go a little bit inside. Yeah, like that. So zero fight. So zero fight. You have to shoot. Like, if you are really close to him, the best way is of course getting not more closer to him, called bro fist. So both fists are like touching. Then you can start with the Shoryuken to the right, and when he comes back, Shoryuken to the left, and he's already dead. If you are not so close to him, you should shoot at least 1 lemon, perhaps or 2 or 3. So he blocks himself, go close to him, and wait a little bit to get the Shoryuken. Because if you hit the lemon and do the Shoryuken too quickly, it could be that he's still in the protection one, and then he will hit you because he's hitting on the ground and some stones are coming up. So it's actually a timing thing. Best way is of course directly doing the Shoryuken to the right and to the left. If you're closer to him, that depends how far you can go with your Shoryuken into the middle of the room. But if you hit lemons to him, then like do 1-2 lemons and then do the Shoryuken a little bit delayed, not too much delayed, and then when he comes back, do the Shoryuken to the other side and he's dead. And that looks kind of like that. And if you don't get your Shoryuken out, at least you get your lemon out. So you can see he's actually not so hard. And if you're closer to him, well, you can directly do that and that. And this is the fastest way to destroy Zero. So you can press lemons to set it up for yourself and do it a little bit delayed. So you get him and don't bonk him. If you bonk him, you have to sub-tank to get another Shoryuken, or you use fire. This is Zero. And then you go for Sigma. And I show you what kind of things Sigma you can do actually. There are 3 ways to what Sigma can do. The first form, and I will show you what you can do actually. That's why I say 2 sub-tanks are actually kind of nice, especially in the beginning. Let me just save it. So the best way is he comes to you, you will jump to the left wall with a dash jump, then you make a normal dash, normal jump up, you make an air dash, and then you make a turnaround Shoryuken input. So in the moment when he goes up and wants to teleport, you get him in the diagonal way. If he directly teleports to the right side, the best way is just to walk to the left and to the right until he comes down, and then do the quarter cycle input to the other side with shooting to get him into the Shoryuken input. If he starts with sparks and you don't want to lose any time, you just damage boost to him very close, use one of your sub-tanks and do the Shoryuken input and get him directly into the death. So this is the fast way. So you saw I was jumping, did the air dash and then did the turnaround with the Shoryuken and get him in the moment when he was jumping to the diagonal one. If you let him somehow teleport, you just walk until he comes down, and if he does sparks, you use your sub-tank and then get him. So yeah, the fastest way is jump, jump, air dash and bum. If he teleports and you don't get him because he teleports to the right side, or he's like doing that stuff, you can always bonk him and then get the Shoryuken, and if you don't get the Shoryuken, Run is dead. Not really, but let him teleport, then walk, just let him come and then do the Shoryuken when he's on the ground. And when he does sparks, so he's doing not sparks. So sparks, do that and get him. Use the iframes. That's why I say 2 sub-tanks are, in my case, better. But yeah, the fastest way is mostly he's coming for you, jump, jump, do the air dash. And if he somehow hits you, do that. He can also directly go to the right side, to the teleport. It's not so easy, but it's just a timing thing. And if he's teleporting, just Try to get your Shoryuken input and don't hurry yourself. If you don't get it, well, you have to fight him with a slicer. And when he's attacking you with a claw, he's invulnerable. So yeah, that's why I say 2 subtanks are always better, especially when you perhaps get the hit by 0. And then just walk, wait that he's coming, get the Shoryuken. If you don't get it, try again. And if you don't get it, screw you! Because we had no luck in that case. And this is the fastest way. And now we are coming to the last form, the Zero Virus. You can one-cycle him directly to the left. I don't know how it goes. It's super hard from the timing for me. What I do is when he starts moving, I go under him, let him come a little bit, and then do the Shoryuken to the left and do that to the right, and he's dead. If I don't get the Shoryuken to the right, or he's like disappearing, I just use the normal weapon. Like, he's not dead yet. Not yet. Perhaps I bonk him. Okay, I have a sub-tank. I use the iframes and kill him. And if you somehow don't have any more sub-tanks, you have to use the wireframe. So now he disappears, let him come, use the wireframe and kill him on the normal way. Or if he's coming, you can just wait that he takes you, use the sub-tank and use the Shoryuken with the iframes. So you got him like that, let him come, get the sub-tank, whatever you have, and use the Shoryuken in that moment. These are the ways how you can kill him on my way, what I recommend. So this is actually the fastest way for me. And again, here we have another lag situation. On console this is a much more laggy situation, and on emulation it is actually less lag. And if you have still a sub-tank, you can use the Shoryuken inside of him. But yeah, Shoryuken inputs are not the easiest, so sometimes it's better to use the wireframe. And if you get a bonk, try again the Shoryuken, and if it's not coming out, use the normal weapon. I just want to show you one more time the Shoryuken inside of him. So he got me, fine. So you don't want that, it's okay. Dash under him, get him. And then when you're like inside of him, well, I need of course then the Buster. I just want to show you that one time how it looks like. So and it looks like that. And this is how you play the game on advanced mode. This is my tutorial of Mega Man X2, and I hope you had gotten some tricks and tips how to play it faster for some stuff. And I hope it will help you to get a better time in this. And yeah, guys, for everybody who wants to get a much better time than the 35:49 what I have, please use the tutorial of Justincredible. I will make a link in the description on my channels. And You can watch there a lot of strats, what he's explaining much better than me. I just made the tutorial for some guys who were asking me, how do I do the gator fight, how do I do the tailspin glitch, how do I do the quick kill of Crystal Snail, why do I always crash my bike, how is the elevator skip going, what do I have to look for in every stage, stuff like that. And I was just explaining as much as I could how to play fast, how to play the bosses fast, how to do strats as much as possible on the safe way, and I hope everybody now can use that kind of tutorial, what is actually I think shorter than the whole tutorials of Justin, to improve his time and to get decent time. And it's definitely a nice game. The Shoryuken inputs can really mess you up, but if you follow the rules, because there's not so much RNG in this game, you should be able to get definitely a sub 40 or even a better time, 35, 34 or 36, depends how much you take the strats with you. Yeah, that's it for me, and hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and good luck with getting a better time. And if there's any questions about a strat what you don't understand, please let me know in the comments or by direct message, and I will try to explain or tell you what to do in the way. Yeah, in that case, thanks for watching, and let's see who we can actually send you right now.